Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my physics class, dear students of Standard 6. How are you all? Hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Your city week is over, so today again your classes are started, and today I will take your science class. And today I will start the new chapter, that is chapter 9 from your science book, and the name of the chapter is Phenomenon of Light. I think by seeing the picture it is clear what is going to be taken. Light. So today we will explain something about, that means, the phenomenon of light. What are you seeing? Here you can see a lighted bulb. So we cannot see without light. Without light, plants would not grow and animals would not get food. And all the things that provides us with food and clothes would not grow and exist if there were no lights. Because by getting the sunlight, plants make their food. And we are also dependent on plants for our food. So if there is no light, there would be no light, then our existence on the earth will be impossible. That is why it is difficult to think of our existence without light. Light is one kind of energy. Light is produced when one form of energy is changed to light energy. The source might be a candle, a light bulb, a fire, or the sun. So light is said to be a kind of energy. Energy means what? Energy means the ability to do what? And light has the capacity to do what? That's why light is said to be energy. From different sources we can get light. So what is light? Light is something that allows us to see objects. Light is a form of energy. Light is produced by the vibrations of electrically charged particles. This point is not for you. You will just remember these 2 points for light. Light is something that allows us to see objects, and light is a form of energy. So light is a kind of energy that I have told you, because energy means the ability to do work, and light has the ability to do work. That's why light is called as energy. Light travels very fast with a speed of about 3 lakh kilometers per second. That means in every second light travels 3 lakh kilometer distance. Had you been able to travel in this speed, you could have traveled round the earth more than 7 times in a second. Can you imagine? And scientists believe that nothing can travel faster than light. Whatever might be the source of light, the sun is the ultimate source of light. All lights. Now I will explain how does light propagate. We know that light travels very fast with a speed of about 3 lakh kilometers per second. I have earlier told you. But how does light travel? Does it travel in a straight direction or takes a curvilinear way? Let us arrange in a task now. From this task you will understand how light travels. Look here. We will place 3 cardboard, and at the middle of the cardboard there are 3 holes. Okay, in each cardboard there is a hole, and we place a candle. Look, place a lighted candle or bulb on one side and arrange the boards such that the holes are in a straight line. That means you will place the boards in such a way that the holes will be in a straight line, and in front of the one side of the board you will place a lighted candle or any bulb. Then what will happen? Then, and if you see from the opposite side of the board, then you can see the light is traveling along a straight path, a straight line. So light propagates in a straight way. So from this experiment, it is proved that light do not travel in a zigzag way. It always travels in a straight direction. The straight line traversed by a light is known as the ray of light. That means it is called as the ray of light. So the question may arise in your mind, how do we see? Isn't it? I think also another question can arise in your mind, that is, why can't we see anything at night in a dark room? Have you ever think about that? When light reflects or returns from an object to our eyes, only then we can see that object. Look, here is the flower and here is the sunlight. Sun gives us light, you know. The sunlight is falling on this flower. That's why the flower is lightened. This flower tree is lightened, and that light reflects back to our eyes, and then we can see the flower. The image of the flower is created in our brain, and we can see the flower. Okay, so in this way we can see any object. So when light reflects or returns from an object to our eyes, only then we can see that object. So I think it is clear to you how can we see any object, and this is very much important for you. I can give you as your creative question, how can we see any object? So we see an object not because of the fact that light from our eyes fall on that object. Rather, light is reflected from that object and falls on our eyes, which makes us see the object. Okay, so when we see any object, I think in your childhood you can think, you could think that light is falling from your eyes to any object. That's why you can see the object. That means your eye is like a torchlight, but the fact is not like that. Light reflected back to any object to your eyes, and then you can see the object. So this phenomena is known as reflection. That means this is incident light. Okay, incident light. The light is incident on the flower, and that light is reflected. That means returns back to your eyes. So this phenomenon is also known as reflection of light. I will explain reflection in an elaborate way in the next content, and today you will this content is based on some small experiment of light, phenomena of light. Now there is another experiment. To know how we see with the help of light, we will do this experiment. So here what you will do, you will take a shoe box with the cover. For this experiment you will require one shoe box, a stone chip, and some black paper. Procedure: take a shoe box with the cover, wrap the inner side of the box with black paper. Okay, you will wrap the inner side of the box with black paper. Make a small hole on the cover of the box and a big hole on its wall. Look, here a big hole, and on the top of the cover a small hole. Keep the stone chip just below the hole of the cover. Just below this hole, we will place a stone chip in the box. Place the cover. Close the big hole of the side wall by a thick paper. Look here in this picture. Now we will cover the box, and the big hole will be covered by a black paper or tape. Then now you will try to see the stone chip through this hole. Dear students, it is my request to you, you must do this experiment to at your home, because now your school is off, so I think you have enough time to do this experiment, and you will do this experiment and share it with me that you have done it or not. So now try to see the stone chip through the small hole of the cover, then you will not be able to see the stone chip. So that is no need, it is not visible. Now remove the black paper or tape from the hole of the side wall of the box. Then what happens? Then light enters inside the box through this hole, and then you will be able to see the stone chip through this hole, because when light is entering into through this big hole, that means on the side wall of the box, then the stone chip will be lightened, okay, and that light will be reflected back to your eyes and you can see the stone chip. But that means in this case, in the third picture, you will be able to see the stone chip, but in the second picture you will not be able to see the stone chip, because here there is no light to see the object. You know, to see any object, light is must. Light is required to see any object. That's why in a dark room, in the night, at night, you can't see any object as there is no light. So this experiment proves that how light helps us to see any object. So here, when the black paper or the tape is removed, then light will enter into the hole and the stone chip which is kept in the box will be lightened, and that light will be reflected back to your eye and you will be able to see the stone chip. So dear students, today I have explained from lesson 1 to 3. In the next class, I will explain some more interesting thing about the phenomenon of light. So today up to this. Goodbye.